So, for whatever reason, I have several half-completed reviews on my hard drive, and I've decided that it is time to get them all cleared out. One of the first ones that I wanted to do was the Dripstone Bridges from the WarLock Tiles Caverns set. I feel like the Caverns set is one of the strangest products we've ever reviewed. When I first started going through it like months and months ago, I was like, what the heck is this? It was a bunch of pieces that were shaped like a jigsaw puzzle, but they didn't fit together. There was no WarLock tile clips, so you couldn't connect them together, and the whole thing just seemed like a giant mess. And then I kind of started playing with them to get my review put together, and I started stacking them, which is how they're meant to be used. And I realized that you can make some really cool layered terrain sets with elevation. And then I put down my ocean battle map from WizKids, and I still need to review those too, mental note to myself. And I realized how good the cavern sets were at making little islands and just negative space builds in general. And then it kind of low-key became one of my favorite little terrain building sets, at least for certain circumstances. And then we reviewed the Stalactites and Stalagmites expansion set, and that one definitely had a learning curve, at least for me. Oh my god, it took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to figure out how that set was supposed to work. You can check out that video in the corner up there. But there's one more set. The Dripstone Bridges. This set basically adds 3D gameplay space to your caverns, which can certainly make for some really fun encounters. How many adventures have that scene where the heroes have to cross a rickety bridge across that ravine that holds some unspeakable horror underneath them? I mean, I think they all have that. And this set may help you build up that scene on your game table. So today, let's take a deep breath and cross that Dripstone Bridge. Before we jump in, let's talk about the Big Bad series from our sponsor Hit Point Press. So I just grabbed a random one off my shelf for a minute ago, Grandmother Mercy. This little book gives you more lore, more interesting tactics, more layer actions, and role-playing information than just about any monster in an official D&D book. The candy-coated hag here has a very elaborate CR10 stat block, a custom magical rapier called the Candy Cane Duelist Blade, a custom item called the Cursed Oven that could be her downfall, a bread pudding ooze, and a candy golem as minions, each with their own custom stat blocks, and all the usual elaborate adventure hooks and background lore. These books are a treasure, and this one is perfect for Halloween. You can subscribe to get each monthly booklet at your door, but this month, come meet Perigon Fairweather, once a small-time con artist with a minor natural talent for magic, now a skybound menace who holds towns for ransom with her cloudy companion Membus. Will you ground Perigon and her Membus in time, or will the Weathermaker cloud your judgment? Find out today at bigbads.com or use the link below to let them know we sent you. Here is everything that's included in the set. You get 2 archways that have 4 inches of usable space on top each, 2 1-inch tall pillars, 2 2-inch tall pillars, 2 3-inch tall pillars, 12 half-inch bridge segments, 1 2-inch broken bridge segment, and 4 bridge ending segments, so you can make 2 bridges at once. If you want to make 1 bridge, the included pieces will let you make one that's 9 inches long, including that broken segment. So here's what a setup using just the base cavern set looks like. And here we're going to add the Dripstone Bridges set. It simultaneously adds that vertical gameplay element with the pillars that you can stand on, the archways and the elevated bridges, but it also just brings a lot of personality and flavor to the build itself. To me, it just feels a bit more like a real place where you might have a crazy encounter. We'll fly over the set to get a better look at it and then add some minis in so you can see how it might look in action. The cavern set is really designed around the concept of a negative space build. You can maximize the effectiveness of your builds by using things like battle mats or even black and blue construction paper underneath to give the sense that wherever you don't see cavern pieces, instead there is a bottomless pit or a dirty water lake infested with things that want to eat you. And then when you throw the archways and the bridges here on top of it, you can heighten the tension even more by bringing the bridge 3 or 4 inches off the table so the height and the danger feel more real for your players. I really like the way they designed the bridges for for the Caverns set. They stay together perfectly well, but then they give you this satisfying sagging effect that makes it look like a real suspended bridge. You can check out our original Caverns review in the corner there to see exactly how the bridges work, but each Caverns piece has several places where you can slot a bridge end. So you'll have lots of freedom to design just the kind of bridge you want. So let me show you one more time a map where we have just the Caverns set and then the added Dripstone Bridges expansion, right? And now for comparison, let me show you the base Caverns set again, and this time add on the stalactites and stalagmites expansion. If I was choosing between the expansions, I would take this one, the Dripstone Bridges. The stalactite set is kind of frustrating and doesn't bring a ton of new gameplay opportunities to the table, but the Dripstone Bridges set does. If you just wanted an elevated bridge using these two archways for an encounter, I think you could even get away with using just this set without the base set if you wanted. The stalactite set does add a lot of atmosphere, but I definitely prefer the Bridges set. So the Dripstone Bridges have been out for a while. It has an MSRP of $49.99, which, you know, still feels pretty steep. But since it's been a while, I did do some comparison shopping just to see where we are with WarLock Tiles right now. The Dripstone Bridges set is out of stock at some of the larger stores. The places that have it in stock are generally selling it for about $45. I saw it as low as $42.50. So keep your eyes open during the holiday sales period, or use some of those price tracking tools and apps if you're trying to get the most bang for your buck. But hey, that's the Bridges set, and now we've reviewed the entire Caverns line. But I still have a stack of unopened WarLock Tile sets over there in my office. So you let me know, what are your favorite sets or expansions? Or what would it be helpful to you for me to review? What do you need to see? Full height walls, the angles expansion, something else? For reference, I have gone and put our whole WarLock Tiles playlist up there in the eye for you. Aren't I considerate? If you want to do me a favor, go visit bigbads.com, subscribe, and then go into their Patreon and let them know that the Gallant Goblin is one of your favoritist YouTube channels, and thank you for helping them keep food in their cat's bowls. And if you want to follow everything we do, like some sort of deranged stalker, check out this fancy thing right here to see all of our social media accounts that I don't update often enough. Now, I have to go pack for my holiday because we're taking our first real vacation in a long time tomorrow, and I am completely unprepared. So until next time, stay safe, have fun, love each other, and happy Halloween!